Judge Fein has been pushing for YNW Melly to be released from jail. YNW Melly's first hearing would show his true emotions, walking in looking very angry without a haircut. But his mood would quickly change when the judge would start talking about releasing him from county jail. It was reported Melly has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers to be. He's been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days, leaving everybody, including YNW Melly, extremely surprised.
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers to be. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week. And then I'm asking for at least a day or two.
You decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
As even the judge could not believe that YNW Melly has been sitting inside a jail for 2,159 days without a conviction, as he even straight up told the prosecutors, "Give me your final reasoning as to why he shouldn't be released, or I'm gonna be giving him a bond." As the judge would end up reviewing YNW Melly's file, and he would find out the reasoning as to why Melly's been sitting in jail so long, and it's extremely illegal. It was reported one of YNW Melly's defense attorneys, Raven Liberty, is being investigated for allegations of witness tampering as the rapper is awaiting a retrial. As the scary part is, no one actually knows if she is actually being investigated or not. It seems like the prosecutors are lying with a fake investigation just to delay the trial process for YNW Melly. This led into YNW Melly's lawyer standing up and delivered reasons as to why YNW Melly should be released from jail, starting out with evidence of Melly texting his ex-girlfriend in real time when the crime was going down, when he was running away from the men on the street and hiding into a bush.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah. He's like, yeah, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're
proving that YNW Melly was being chased by a car with rival street members in it, but also in the original Melly trial, the prosecutors even admitted that there was never even a firearm that was ever found. Melly's lawyers would bring this up to the new judge.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
okay.
With Melly's lawyers making the case as to why Melly should be released, the prosecutors then stood up and they wouldn't let it happen. They would end up causing a major scene inside of the courtroom, revealing to the judge, Melly's not only facing the charges of life in prison for the passing of YNW Sack Chaser and Juvie, but he's also facing a life sentence for witness tampering.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
As the prosecutors allege that Melly's been making phone calls from his jail cell to random people in the real world to target his ex-girlfriend to not testify against him in the trial. His ex-girlfriend actually does allegedly know the truth, as even YNW Juvie's father would confirm it during an exclusive interview, revealing the code words that Melly used against his ex-girlfriend to make her not testify.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
if found guilty of this, YNW Melly is sentenced to life in prison alone for witness tampering, as with this information being released into the court files, it actually answers the question of why YNW Melly has been treated so poorly inside a jail. One interview from Melly's mother made the claim that Melly's never been allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail inside a jail, which is illegal, but if the feds have evidence of Melly using the jail phone to commit witness tampering, it makes sense why they're holding it.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail. They don't give it to him.
The feds wouldn't hold YNW Melly from not being allowed to use a phone unless they had evidence of Melly committing witness tampering using it. They must have it stored away until trial begins, and due to this, Jamie King would reveal that she feels absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless as he's not even being treated like a human inside a jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him. And the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This, however, got a lot of media attention, especially from people in the industry. Charleston White would react, sharing that this is what YNW Melly should be living like. He shouldn't get special treatment just because he's a famous rapper, especially if he used jail phones to commit witness tampering.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
Even getting the attention of rap OG Boosie, who would go and speak on the stress that Jamie King has been going through.
She real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
However, this is where it gets very concerning, and let me explain. With the retrial taking over a year to start, the prosecutors never stopped investigating YNW Melly more and more. They created a new file for insurance to make sure that he never receives a bond out of jail. They realized that YNW Melly was very close with late King Von, leading into Melly's arrest. As a rogue O-Block member, just recently shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von, where Melly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation where your two best friends, Sack Chaser and Juvie, are coming after you for financial gain.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As allegedly, YNW is a registered business LLC. Melly and Bortland performed concerts, did promotions, sold merchandise, etc. in exchange for money. That money would be funneled through the YNW bank account, but Sack Chaser and Juvie thought of it as a four-way split. 4 members in YNW, 25% each, they wanted their cut of the money, but they did zero work for it. So if you know anything about King Von's past and how he handled his situations, you can likely guess the advice that King Von would have given YNW Melly to handle it. This was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutors missed during the original trial, which is what was Melly's motive. But they ended up finding more evidence on YNW Melly's cell phone, starting out with a text message where Melly sent a message hours after the crime admitting to it.
The PT Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But also found on Melly's cell phone was a saved video from somebody's Facebook Live. It shows Melly and Bortland's reaction to the crime only 6 hours after it was done, dancing in a parking lot.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
Where YNW Melly's lawyers would defend him, claiming that Melly and Bortland were contracted to record a music video on this day at that specific hour. There was no way of backing out of it or delaying it. They had to just put on a strong face, get out there, record the video, and leave, but they ended up hanging out there for a very long time. But sadly, it got even worse as new charges would then come out against Melly and Bortland that they used as leverage to make sure Melly doesn't get out. Bortland drew it on a piece of paper where all the jurors in Melly's original trial were and even what they looked like.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
This is extremely illegal as the jurors are meant to be hidden within a trial process. To understand just how serious it is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As this would even get the attention of rap OG Boosie, speaking on the feds doing anything they want to Melly, whether it's legal or not.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.